work in a magic loop technique, you will need a long circular needle. I have an 80 centimeter, 32 inch one right here, but the longer the better, at least 80 centimeters. Then cast on the number of stitches you need for your project. It could be a small number of stitches, slightly bigger one, doesn't really matter. That's the beauty of the magic loop. You can basically work on any number of stitches. Now slide the stitches so that they are at the center of the cord, about like this. See, they're about at the center. Depending on the cast on you used, the working yarn would be either on the left or on the right. If it is on the left, like mine here, I used the long tail cast on, then flip the needle, turn your work like this, so that the working yarn is on the right, just like this. Now divide the stitches in half. You can count them and divide them exactly. Like I have 20 stitches right here, so I could count them and find the 10 plus 10, or you can do it just approximately, you know, like you see, that's what I'm gonna do here. Divide them in half, then fold the cord like this and pull it out of the work, creating a loop. You might want to twist it or not, depending on the cord. It's very important that the cord is flexible. Otherwise, you will be fighting it all the time and it's not good, no fun at all. Now that you have the loop, place the needle so that the loop is on the left and the needles are on the right side. The next step would be, with your right hand, hold all the stitches from the top like this. Then take the part of the loop that is closer to you, the front part of the loop, and pull it until the stitches of the front group, the one that is closer to you, these little guys, until they get almost to the point of one of the needles, just like this. Now hold the same stitches, same way from the top, but with your left hand. And with your right hand, you grab the other needle and pull it out so that the second group of stitches, the back group, is about approximately at the center of the cord. Now, if you put the tips of the needles together like this, you will get kind of a butterfly. See, you have two loops, one here and one over there. That's exactly what should happen. And now you can start knitting. But if you like to join stitches for knitting in the round before you start knitting, if you like that jogless nice join, then you need to do a few extra steps. Split the back group of stitches, the one that is farther from you, split it in half. Fold the cord again and pull it out, creating the another loop, just like this. See, it gets a bit kind of confusing here, but in fact it's not. When you have the same thing in your hands, you will see that it makes sense. Now pull the other needle, the right needle, further on until this little group of stitches comes closer to the tips of the needles. Now bring the yarn, oops, I lost my stitch. Now bring the yarn to the back. It stays inside the circle. See this little circle that we're gonna create? The yarn should be inside. Bring it to the back and join these stitches now that they are close together. Join them for working in the round using the way that you like. I prefer to use the way when you pass one stitch over the other, like this. And that creates a nice, almost seamless join, which is great. And now the stitches are joined. See, we have that nice kind of, it's not really nice yet, but it's gonna be soon. We have this little circle with the stitches joined. Now that we join the stitches, pull the right needle out all the way, getting rid of that loop that we don't need. We have enough loops already as it is, right? And now we are ready to start knitting. So we are basically back to that point that when you can knit, but we decided to take a few extra steps to join the stitches for working in the round. And now we have just that. The stitches are joined and we are ready to knit. Knitting is easy. I mean, it's not just knitting, you can work in the pattern. Bring the tail down so it's not getting in the way. And then start working in your pattern, taking the right needle to the work and actually start knitting. I'm going to just knit just for the simplicity of it, but you can work in any stitch pattern that you like, whatever your pattern tells you to do. It could be ribbing or seed stitch, or doesn't really matter. It works for all stitches. And as you started knitting, you notice that now we have two loops. We have that kind of butterfly again, and that means we are doing all right. When you finish working with the first group of stitches, you simply turn your work and start working on the second group of stitches. But before you do that, it's very important that you bring the yarn up like this, because it's quite upsetting when the yarn stays down and then accidentally wraps the cable like that. And then you get a yarn over, an accidental one, and that's the one that you don't need in your work. So make sure before you turn your work and start working on the second group of stitches, bring the yarn up like that and hold it like that while you turn your work. That's it. Now we know that the yarn is where it should be. It's not wrapping the cord, and we won't see any yarn overs when we come to this spot in a round, and it's all good. So we do basically the same thing as we did when we moved the needles here and there. You hold all the stitches with your right hand, then with your left hand you take the part of the loop that is closer to you and pull it all the way out, almost. Don't pull it out. No, don't, because that's gonna be quite a big deal. But make sure that that group of stitches, the front group of stitches, come close to the tip of the needle, and then you hold the stitches again, but this time you do it with your left hand, and you pull the other needle out until the stitches are almost at the center of the cord. Basically, you would feel it whenever you feel like it's comfortable to fold the needle, then you are good. If the cord is long, then it would be even better. But even with this cord, the 80 centimeter 32-inch one, it's still okay. It's quite doable. And then you start knitting again, knitting or working in the pattern that you have. And you do that until you work all stitches in the second group. Just 2 more stitches, and ta-da! We finished the round. This is our first round worked with the magic loop technique, and that's great. All you need to do is the same thing. Bring the yarn up, turn your work, rearrange the needles, work on the first group of stitches, then work on the second group of stitches, and on and on and on and on. See, mine is a bit stuck here. Until you finish your project. And that's how the magic loop works. See, the magic loop is quite an easy technique, but a very useful one. Click the link in the description to get to the photo tutorial. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned.